Sonic is one of the most loved gaming icons of all time, at least that was on his 2D phase. But when he transitioned into 3D, that's where we saw a few bumps on the road. Not many people would agree on me with this, but I enjoy 3D Sonic more than 2D. It's not like I hate 2D, but I am more intrigued in trying to maneuver myself through 3D platforms and go as fast as possible, rather than doing it in 2D. I don't know if it's because of nostalgia reasons, because I grew up with Sonic Colors, but what I do know, that in this video I will be reviewing Sonic Adventure DX for the GameCube. But before we begin with the review, I would like to give a bit of history, of course. It was the late 90s, and that time is where companies were trying to experiment and were trying to go into the third dimension with their mascots. Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time were a few examples. It was Sonic's team's turn to get into the third dimension. We have seen attempts from Sega in the past. Sonic X-treme was one of them. It was supposed to be released for the Sega Saturn, but thankfully it got cancelled, because this game looks like the stuff they would make me watch in jail to hate myself and question my existence. Yeah, let's just say it didn't look the best. Sega tried to release a Sonic game for the Sega Saturn, and they managed to release that. 1998 came by, and Sonic Adventure was finally released for the Dreamcast. It had been an outstanding release, and some journalists would go as far as to say that this game saved the Sonic franchise forever. But how does Sonic Adventure hold up today? And is it still worth your money? So I will be splitting this video into 4 parts. The first part being the story of the game, the second part being the gameplay, the third part being the level design, and the fourth and final part I'm gonna give my overall opinion on the game and if it's truly worth your money or not. And for your story, Dr. Robotnik tries to take over the world and build a theme park. Anyways, he does that by awakening this creature called Chaos. Chaos gets stronger when Eggman/Dr. Robotnik gives him emeralds, so Sonic and his friends have to stop Dr. Robotnik from doing so. But unfortunately, our heroes weren't able to stop him, and Chaos, having all of the Chaos emeralds, evolves into his final form, and that form is the perfect Chaos. In an attempt to stop him, Sonic transforms into Super Sonic and defeats Chaos. And then world peace happens. Yeah, global warming is fake. It's trash. The ice isn't melting. You can just freeze the water and boom. Easy. Now all of the penguins will have ice and nobody is dead. Stupid scientists. And the story isn't only from Sonic's perspective, it's from 6 different other characters, including Knuckles, Tails, Amy, the robot guy, Big the Cat. I mean, who are these characters? Why did they add them in? Anyways, you have 6 different scenarios, but most of the cutscenes are very repetitive, which is really annoying. It's like you're just playing the same thing, but with a slight change in dialogue. But my favorite segment was Tails' segment, because it just shows you the character development of Tails, how he used to look up to Sonic and wanted to be like him, and mostly dependent on him. And then when he finally loses Sonic, he has to depend on himself. Even in the theme song Believe in Myself, he shows that. He shows that he can be independent and kick butt without Sonic. He can do all of that, which I think a lot of people just look over. This is a key element of the character development of Tails, which I really appreciate from Sonic Team. This is a really nice addition. And for Big the Cat and the other ones, I'm just gonna sum it up in like 15 seconds. The robot, boring. Amy, why is she included? Knuckles, and Big the Cat. I just don't need to say anything. And for your gameplay, I think Sonic Adventure stays true to its roots by having Sonic, well, go fast. It made a very smooth, I wouldn't say smooth, a good transition to 3D. It's not the worst, it could be better, but I can't complain. It has also brought old enemies and objects. As far as the controls go, this game has very tight and smooth controls. But sometimes I feel that there is a bit of latency. I don't know if it's just with the game itself on Steam, but like there is a few seconds of delay sometimes, and that's about it. It's not that much. In terms of graphics, this game didn't really age well. And also the sprites, just the voice acting is even worse.
Wait a minute, you swallowed my lucky charm.
But I can excuse this game because it was released in 1998. And one thing I forgot to mention is that they have changed the design of Sonic, moving from 2D to 3D. They have changed the full art style of Sonic. He has more lanky and long legs, with the hands. He also has green eyes. And in my opinion, I think that this design is suitable for Sonic. Like, when I look at him, I know it's Sonic directly. Unlike the movie, which if there was no Sonic logo or anything to hint that this is a Sonic movie, I wouldn't have known that this is Sonic. Even if I was a fan for years, I myself wouldn't have noticed it. But with Sonic's Adventures model, I think it's passable. Although I like the classic one more, just more appealing, more cartoonish, just shows you, just from looking at it, you can know the personality of Sonic. He's this cool yet arrogant character who just wants to do the right thing. Sonic Adventure stages are one of the best things about this game. It has a variety of stages, ranging from snowboarding to Mario-like Peach Castle stage to even bumping carts in a Sonic game. How more cool and creative can you get? But sometimes I feel that the level design isn't all that good. Like, sometimes I just randomly fling off stages, go into walls. The ramps sometimes don't work for some reason, or the boost panels, but I can let that slide, not really. And also the camera angles are really and at times it's almost even unplayable with that camera angle. So in conclusion, Sonic Adventure is a game that may not hold exactly well to today's standards, but it is a game worth giving a shot of. It is one of the most underappreciated games on the Sega Dreamcast. So if you have the time, or if you have the game or money to afford it, I recommend you to buy this game. So I give Sonic Adventure a rating of 8.2 out of 10. But of course, with every successful game, there has to be a sequel. And that sequel, my friends, you'll just have to live and learn. My name is Soap, and I'll see you in another video.